Hey guys, what it is, so devastating news, came down the pike yesterday. I know I've been talking in some of my videos about my appeals and going into the trial and all that shit. So, sorry, anything's fair game today. So yesterday I was having a great day, and I was happy. I told you guys about my Ambien meltdown I had a couple nights ago. So, but yesterday I slept until like 1. I felt great. Had a good day. Got some stuff done. Actually, had some energy to do some clean and such. Pretty fresh day. And then the wife comes home. She's kind of quiet. So we eat dinner. So in our house, we read scriptures every night. And we're followers of Christ, and as such, we like to read scriptures. And so we go around the room and take turns. Well, so I start out, and my little son goes, and my wife goes, and she starts like crying through it. And I know I cry a lot of times reading it because I feel the spirit, and I'm an emotional guy as it is. And she's crying, and I'm like, this is strange. So, I thought she was feeling the spirit, So she gets done and moves on to my next son, comes back around, and then my wife can read a couple lines, and then she just like says, on to the next person. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I thought this is really weird. So after we got done, I put my arm on her shoulder and I said, what's wrong? You seem like something's not right. And she says, I don't want to talk about it right now. And so I'm like, well, okay, but I wanted to see what was going on because I knew she wasn't right. So I pressed her on the issue, and all of a sudden she just like explodes in this cry. And my first reaction, and the first reaction of my kids as well, I think I need to do this video without my glasses today, was, holy crap, somebody died. Because I have family that's out of the country or out of the state. I thought somebody went down in an airplane crash or something. She said, we didn't win. And not even thinking this could be the case, I was like, we didn't win what? She said, you didn't get disability. And I'm like, oh, well, I mean, it's better than somebody dying, I guess. So, anyway, to shorten things up a lot, she talked to my lawyer, and how that went down is basically, he called her and said, we didn't win. And she's like, huh? He's like, we didn't win the case. She's like, well, why not? Well, there's just too much to go over. I can't go over all of this with you, can I? And she's like, could you send me the information? Well, you know how these legal documents go. They're really difficult to deal with. Well, can you at least try to send them to me? I'll try, but you're probably not going to be able to open it up. Thank you. So she waits a while. The documents come. She tries to open them, can't. So she calls him back. I can't open the document. I knew you wouldn't be able to do it. Well, can you at least try to fax it to me? What's your fax number? And I guess that's how the conversation with my so-called, let's see, how do you do this? So-called disability lawyer that was on my side, he reacted like a damn 5-year-old. And my poor wife, so she gets reamed out by my attorney because he's act like a baby because we didn't win the case. And it's like her fault or our fault or, you know, we just were wasting his time, apparently. So anyway, the facts came through and my wife was reading through it, and it's like an 11-page document. This is 2 weeks, mind you, after my appeal, when I thought it was going to be 6 weeks, and that's why when she broke down, I had no clue what's going on. I still thought we had a lot of time left. So she proceeds to pull out the documents to show me all the lies and misinformation and BS, basically, that the judge made up to tell us why I wasn't getting disability. So, with that in mind, I want to give you a brief recap of how things went down at the hearing, because I don't know if I ever did that, really, like inside the hearing. So, basically, you know, the judge asked me some questions, asking me why I was disabled and, you know, why I couldn't work, da-da-da-da-da. So then my lawyer was able to ask me some questions to try to strengthen my case. He did so. Then they got a so-called medical witness on the phone, and he was a real asshole. Sorry to swear, but he was. He was a young creep. Probably trying to get his name in the business, you know. Probably thinks it's cool to rip disability people that are trying to get on disability. I felt like a victim while he was talking, because basically what he told them was a bunch of BS. Basically, okay, I've been diagnosed with bipolar disorder 1, with avoidant personality disorder, with paranoid personality disorder, with generalized anxiety disorder, with specific phobias, and seasonal affective disorder. So, the guy basically went through my information, and if you've been through an appeal process, you know how this is going. He went through the information that he had and made his own diagnosis without ever meeting me or really knowing anything other than what was written down, and making his own opinion, and came to the conclusion that I am not bipolar. I don't have generalized anxiety disorder. I don't have paranoid personality disorder. I don't have anything except avoidant personality disorder. According to him, that's all I have. You know, and the problem I have with that is that I was diagnosed by 3 different people. 1 regular doctor and 2 psychology doctors. So a psychiatrist. And I don't want that. So anyway, oh hell, it's probably about my car. Probably should have answered it. So where was I? So, yeah. So basically, he just flat out states he doesn't have bipolar. He doesn't have paranoid. He doesn't have any of this, except he has avoidant personality disorder, but that doesn't qualify him for disability, so he shouldn't get it. So I'm sitting there in my chair in the appeal, really pissed off, thinking this guy's full of shit, and the judge better not believe him. Because I had the psychiatry doctor that they sent me to that said it was poor to impossible that I could work again. So, okay, so then we go to the vocational specialist. The vocational specialist does her little rundown of jobs she thinks I can do. The judge throws out a couple he thinks I can do. When it was all said and done there, they could not prove that I could do a job. In fact, they couldn't prove I was capable of doing any job. So we leave the appeal, we're thinking, yeah, we got a pretty good shot at it. Don't have a ton of documented medical visits because I spend $100 a month already on med checks. I can't afford another $100 to go to a psychologist too for therapy. Sorry, I can't. So anyway, so that's the appeal. So we sit here, okay, the lawyer says 6 weeks. So flash forward to yesterday. Apparently the 16-page document or the 11-page document said a lot of bullshit. My wife was so upset about it and told me a couple things said and was starting to read through it. And I said, you know what? I don't want it. I don't want to deal with it anymore. I took the document in my hand and I shoved it into the trash between all the rotten food. Because what can I do? I could appeal to a higher appeal process. It takes like a year. And it's what's going to come of that. I'll worry for another year like I've worried for 3 years. So basically, to sum things up, the judge completely, in his opinion, believed everything the medical so-called expert told him at the appeal, that I'm not bipolar, that I don't have paranoid, that I don't have anything other than this avoidant personality disorder, and that the other doctors did not give adequate information, which is completely not true. And I know that because the strongest doctor I had on my side, the one that said it was poor to impossible chances that I could work again, she came up to me after our little exam, and she's the one that diagnosed me with several of these. She came to me afterward with tears in her eyes and basically told me that she will do everything in her power to make sure I got disability because it was people just like me that disability's made for. Because of all the problems in my little head that she could see that apparently the judge could not see because he discounted everything she said and said that she didn't give him correct information. Oh, he also said I'm a pug breeder, which is really interesting. I've never owned a pug. So anyway, yeah, okay, so guys, I threw that out. Now it's, what do I do now? I think the Lord's gonna guide me, and he always has. I think he's got a direction. All I can come up with, and I believe it's true, is that the Lord has another direction for me, and it was not disability. And I can either be extremely bitter and pissed off and break walls if I want, but it's not going to change anything. The fact is, it's not for me. For whatever reason, I'm not supposed to get it. There must be a job out there I can do. I don't know what it is at this point because I don't think I can do anything, but I've got to broaden my horizons and see what is out there and see what the possibilities are and try to save my house and pay all my bills. So, yeah, fun times ahead for Mikey. Yeah. But you know what? I told my wife a long time ago I like to call myself a realist. She likes to call me negative. But good or not, I don't believe anything will work out good for me until it does. So in the back of my mind, I really wasn't expecting that disability. Even though I thought I should get it, and I've been told by several doctors I have to have it. Apparently, it's just not in the cards, guys. So I don't need to go out to the mailbox and wonder anymore. I need to get off the couch and onto the computer and whatever else, whoever I got to go see, whatever I got to do, and figure out how I'm getting a damn job so I can keep the house going and everything else, and hope I don't have a mental breakdown first. Anyway, yeah, so I laugh so I don't cry. But yeah, so word to the wise, if you're going through the disability process, make sure you got a lot of medical documentation, because that judge will eat you up and shit you out if you don't. Hope everybody's having a great day. Hope you're feeling good. Hopefully you're doing good. And if you're not, get some help. Take care, guys. I'll see you soon.